everybody. So I promised you I would make a non-pregnancy related video, and so I'm going to do it. We are going to be making a cake, and it's let's see, Swedish chocolate cake. And I've actually been wanting to make this for a couple of weeks now. It looks really good. It's almost like a lava type cake, but it uses, to me, it uses very few ingredients, and you don't actually put frosting on it, which will make my daughter happy because she does not like frosting. So anyway, I'm going to show you the ingredients, and then we're going to get started. So we have 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 10 tablespoons of butter. It does say to use salted butter, but I never have salted butter, so I'm just going to use butter. Just regular butter, unsalted butter. Half a cup of cocoa powder, 3 eggs, 1 3/4 cup of just regular white granulated sugar, and a cup of flour, and you will need some powdered sugar for putting on the top. And just to kind of give you an idea, this is what the cake is supposed to look like, and I will put the link down below so that you can actually have that to refer to. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so when you're getting all your ingredients together, just go ahead and put your oven on 350. That way it can be preheating while you're getting your cake batter ready. And you're going to want to butter and flour a 6 to 8 inch cake pan. You're just going to need one. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take our 10 tablespoons of butter, put it in our saucepan, and it's going to melt. When it gets melted, we're just going to put all the rest of the ingredients inside the pan. Okay, so our butter is melted, and it doesn't say to do this in the directions, but I'm going to turn the heat off because I have a stainless steel thing and it might get too hot. And we don't really need to cook it, but I'm going to add my sugar, like all the dry ingredients first. And then I'll mix this up, and then I'll add the wet ingredients. It doesn't say to do that, it just says to stick everything in there and just mix it up. But I feel like this might be easier to do it this way. Or maybe not. This is an experiment. Oops. I try not to get it all over the place like me. Maybe I should add some eggs now. Maybe the liquid. Maybe that's why she says to just stick it all in there. Okay, so put everything in here now. And I'm just going to get this mixed up. And then we'll get it in the oven. Okay, so we've got this all mixed up now, and I'm just going to pour it into our pan that we buttered and floured earlier. I'm actually using a 8-inch pan. I get all that out of there. That's pretty good. Okay. Just kind of move it around a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to stick this in the oven. Now there's kind of some important parts about this that she explains, and like I said, I will link the directions in the post down below. But she used a 6-inch pan, and she said that it took her cake 40 minutes. But if you're using a larger pan, like I'm using the 8-inch, then you need to start checking it at 20 minutes. And she said, you know, don't stick toothpicks in it and stuff. It's not that kind of cake. That it's still going to jiggle in the middle when it's done. And what it looks like to me is like there's kind of like a hardened little bit of a crust on the outer rim, and then the middle is kind of soft. She said, but it could take anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes, just depending upon, or 20 to 40 minutes, just kind of depending upon. This is something I've never done before, so I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out. But yeah, just read the instructions really carefully. That's what I did. She has like some little notes and stuff, but we're just going to do it how she says and see how it goes. So we got it out of the oven. It was in there for 25 minutes, and it's still really hot, but really soft in the center, but more firmer on the edge. And hopefully we didn't overdo it, but apparently my oven tends to get really hot. So anyway, We're going to let this cool completely, and then we're going to put it onto a wire rack. In the instructions, it says two different things. One thing to cool it completely and then take it out and put it on a wire rack. And the other one, it says to serve it warm, so obviously you wouldn't let it cool completely. But we did let it cool some in the pan, maybe about 10 minutes or so, maybe 10-15 minutes, so you can actually like touch the pan. And then you're just going to take a butter knife and run all the way around this. And actually my husband was nice enough to do it first and loosen it because it was a little more difficult. So here's the fun, tricky part. I guess I'm going to try to put it on my hand because this is supposed to be the top, and then put it on this plate. I'm going to take this for precaution for the bottom. We'll see how this goes. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, okay, that wasn't too bad. And then I'm going to go take it over there, and I'm going to sprinkle powdered sugar on it. Okay, so it says to put a ton of powdered sugar on it. And that her friend put way too little and it messed it up, so I'm just going to do it. Okay. So now, I'm going to get a knife. It isn't really proper enough to be doing this. And I'm going to get a plate. And I'm going to cut into it, and it's supposed to still be gooey on the inside. Not like running everywhere like a lava cake, but, you know, gooey. It is gooey in there. I don't know if you can see, but it's wet up here. It looks good. We have a fork. So prepared. Let's see what this is like. I think it was supposed to be just a little runnier than this, so maybe cook it a little less time. I'm gonna taste it and see what it's like. It's really good. It tastes like a brownie. It tastes just like a brownie. But you know, it didn't take that long. You used pretty much one pan to do everything. So I think it's good. I think it's worth trying. Maybe just don't cook it. I mean, make sure that you check it and check it and check it, and don't overcook it, because otherwise it'll start getting too firm. But this is still pretty wet. But anyway, so it worked. I would say it worked. And it's good. So that's my video, and I will see you guys next time.